Hey everyone, this is Tracy with Color Me This. Today is another day of coloring this purple pumpkin for the daily color. This is our special edition using Magical Worlds, which is the new Johanna Basford coloring book. And we are just going to focus again on this middle area first and see how far we get. It might be that I will be able to polish this off by going ahead and continuing on one last session. I color for about 45 minutes. I went ahead after we were finished and did some more of the vines. I didn't finish them all up, but I did try to get a little bit of progress done on that front. And you would have seen it in the photograph that I put in the showcase at the end for you guys to see the progress I had made. I don't typically take a photograph of where I'm at, but I am trying to keep the progress on this one cataloged because it is a full-size picture, and officially it's the third full-size picture that I have done. So I'm still very excited about cataloging those things. So what I've got here is a bunch of grays that I need to pull because they're mixed in with the browns. And let's see if I can grab them. They are all the cold gray colors as well as Payne's gray. And I think there's 4. There might be one I'm missing. I'm missing one. I am missing this one right here. All right, let's see if we can get these in order. Oh, and here we go. This is an extra. We do have only 4. That was the warm gray for the wood. Yeah, dark sepia still remains incognito. Don't know where it is hiding. I am sure one day I will find it. Overall, I am pretty good at keeping track of my sets and all of my pencils, but it's a little different when they're the professional ones that get stored in an open tote. All right, so our 4 colors today that we're going to work on, which will be, we're going to work on the stonework and the arches for the windows and the steps for the windows and the doors. We've got Cold Gray 232. This one is, obviously does not have a number. This one doesn't, 234 doesn't have the protective wrap. See how it's coming off? So I bet 232 came off. 235 Cold Gray, and 181 Payne's Gray. I do have off to the side black. I am going to use that, but not on these different window and door frames. Making sure we are focused. Going to start with the darkest, where this is the Payne's Gray. And now I can get to talking, so thank you everybody for joining me. I have received quite a few subs this week. That is very exciting to see. I'm getting very close to my goal of 1,000 to be monetized, which is just a great goal to set. This is my second channel. My first channel is a mature channel. It's been around for, what, 12, 13, 14 years? And has had many iterations, including being a channel that I would do videos of horses that I owned, and basically would do sale videos. That was its first iteration. And then I did camping videos. And now it is a card making channel. Though I'm now down to only doing one particular type of video a month, with sometimes popping in for special cards that I make that I am very proud of. So that channel has over 700 videos, I think. I just don't keep big tabs on that one anymore. I have been playing with this channel now since I moved into this house. Actually, it was when I kind of dabbled in it, and then decided this year to be serious about it. And it has been a lot of fun, and I have improved my coloring, and coloring, I guess it's even more so the decision making within the coloring realm that I have become way more comfortable with. So on these rocks, boulders, whatever we call them. I am going dark on the outsides, lightening toward the inside, and then the frame itself is dark, and my metal pieces on the door are going to be steel. I was toying with steel and brass, but I think because this is just a fun Halloween color theme I'm going with, that I will just keep it with the black grays for all of the accent bits. Don't need to get too crazy with it. So what that means is I'm going to go in here with the Payne's Gray. So we have exciting news today. My parents informed me that they are closing next Friday on their home. They will be very glad to get out of our fifth wheel, which is 32 feet. It's them and a 95-pound dog. And it is still hot enough that you have to keep the blinds down if you want to not run the AC. My mom actually is not an AC person. She would rather be hot. And I will admit, I go in the trailer and I melt. I go right up and I turn the AC up because, whew, I must run way hotter than her. I can't be that warm. But they've made the most of it. The price was right. Didn't know how long it was going to be that they would be in it. We didn't even know. They came here without even a home contract or anything, so they had to come here and shop. And they, of course, came up with the perfect home on day one. They didn't even arrive here till 4:30 in the afternoon, and they, of course, had to take the golf cart for a ride and logged all of the. There were two homes actually for sale. The home they were interested in wasn't technically for sale yet, but I had already kind of started. We're moving to one lighter, which is Cold Gray 4. I guess, is that Cold Gray 5? That's, sorry, Cold Gray 6. The eye is on the wrong side. It is a little bit lighter than Payne's Gray, though. I tested them. So yeah, they contacted of the two homes that were for sale, they contacted the home that they need a finished garage, and the other home for sale is a port like ours. So that's the one that they went to look at, and the other home that's not officially for sale but will be for sale in the future, that was originally the one they wanted. The timing of that one just wasn't going to work out, and it is not fully updated, and the owners inherited it and weren't interested in fixing it up before they sold it. My parents didn't want to wait till it was fixed up either. They want something to move into yesterday. So these are people, my parents are, I guess, though to me they just don't seem very old. They are definitely elderly, but they are very spry elderly. Very young at heart. So they've never been without a home, ever. And it was very scary for them, where we traveled around the U.S. for many years, homeless. We owned properties because they were what gave us our income. And I'm very proud of them. I cannot believe they traveled here, all because of us, so my mom could be here with me. She has some heart issues, and the things that she has gone through to be here, given her health. I'm going to go one lighter now, Cold Gray 5, officially 5. So I am so proud. We swim almost every day. I see her husband, because they have this big dog, And the big dog has to be watched by one of the three of us. My husband is not a dog person, and I don't even want him. He and Bubba have a very nice relationship, very amiable, but I know that my husband would not tolerate his whining, and it would just strain things, and I didn't want it to go that route. They are buying a home very quickly, so I figured I could handle doing the main burden of the dog watch. I'm not even a dog person, but I will do what needs to be done to have this work out for everyone. So I get to see Mike, my mom's husband. He goes to the gym. I work out in the morning. There's different exercise things, and I have been expanding my exercise options with some other classes because my main thing that I do, the instructor is off. She has cancer. It's very sad, and so she's got to go away and get rid of that cancer. So she'll be gone for a month, so I am doing some different activities. But I still meet up with him, and then they do the handoff of the dog, and I get to spend time with both of them. And someday soon, we will all get to be together. They will get to where they can leave the dog at home. He's way too big of a dog to be left in a trailer. And we have a screen room, but I would be afraid that he would scratch the screen door diligently to try to get out. I will let them risk the damage, whatever property damage, as they do their transition for him to being just like he was. I mean, he used to be at home alone at their property, at their house, and he was fine, so I'm sure he will be fine. It got really dark on that particular stone as I switched back to the dark. I'm excited to finish this up. I will tell you guys, I am not a Halloween person, and I have colored a lot of fall. I am a fall person, though. Love fall. I have always loved fall. For me, having shown horses for 25 years, fall is when the end of the year shows happen. The big sweepstakes, the futurities. I had the honor of winning a sweepstakes as I don't even think I was an amateur yet. I think I was an amateur. There's different divisions, and I actually won this sweepstakes, and a lot of my good friends were competing. We all competed together, and it was my first big win, and it was so exciting. So fall has a special place in my heart. So doing fall leaves, I love fall leaves. We have a show in the fall in October back in Washington State that happens in Eastern Washington in Wenatchee. So you get to drive over Highway 2 and see all the beautiful fall colors as you drive through Leavenworth, if you are familiar with that area. It is a Bavarian theme vacation town on the other side, the warm side. And so, it brings back memories, even just talking about it. And then, of course, I just received all of my prizes I have kept, the special ones that are personal, that wouldn't be of value to anybody else but me. So it has me thinking about them. Which is then transferring to me drawing. I participated in Meg's Coloring, I believe, did How Many Pumpkins? A tag, and I colored 58 pumpkins. This will be 59, 60, 61, 62 pumpkins that I have colored this year. So I'll have to update that. Somewhere I logged that it was 58, but now I've done another set. I'm just going to keep doing. I'm going to do this sill and this sill. I am technically going to, I toyed with making the insides of these sills gray, and I think I am. I did do the color. That was the 5, I believe. Yep, cold gray 5. I have figured out the accent colors of the bottles and the flowers. I moved my recliner back. We have a pair of recliners. I enjoyed sitting down here. This was the Payne's Gray. I should technically do a little bit with the 6, cold gray 6. I'm not going dark here. I'm just kind of doing a first light layer of each. Cold gray 5. So I am now sitting. It's a little bit less comfortable, but this is my zero grav chair, which is also very comfortable for my back. But the angle that I sit at is not reclined. I can probably work a little bit on my back support and my head support to make it more comfortable. Right now the light actually gets a little bit, I'm having to tilt my head down. We're gonna go right back into the boulders, rocks. I don't even know what to call these. Okay, so Payne's Gray. Dark along the outside. And I will say for this being a more cartoony, fun, colorful themed image, I am not being overly picky about my light source. I'm leaving some light areas like you can see on the curtains, but I don't think they're accurate. I am just going for having some kind of lights and darks. And I'm going to call it good. It's more about enjoying the coloring in this case for what I'm doing here. Oh, we have cows. It's just so funny that I get to see cows and cowboys out my back window. One of the funnest things that I've done with horses. I did 2 different things that were super fun. When I had my very first horse, he was young. I bought a 2-year-old. I had some friends. I was just starting out with horses, and they had done horses for a while, so they had like the horse trailer and everything. And they would come and pick me up and take me to team penning. Boy, where was that? Where did we team pen? It was at night. And my young horse, like everybody would stand along the wall, and with where the cows are. And the goal is they would bring the cows out, a group of cows, and your job was to find your cows in whatever number you drew, and you drove them into a pen in the middle of the arena, and it was such a hoot. I really enjoyed it. I was so new to just, owning a horse as an adult that was my choice, not given to me by the family to appease my childish whims of insisting on owning a horse. That it was just great fun, and I was very successful with that horse. He was a very timid horse, but he was not afraid of cows, so that was good. I've switched. I skipped one. That was Payne's Gray. I skipped Cold Gray 6, and I'm on Cold Gray 5. And the other very fun thing that I did, well, actually I did 3 cow things. We used to have roping at a place I boarded, and they would rope, every Thursday night. And so I had the one that won the sweepstakes, the mare that I owned, we helped herd the cows after they would rope them. I would guide the cows back into the pen. So that was fun. And then the third thing I did was with my last horse I owned. For somebody's birthday in my horsey world, his wife set up a sorting clinic, and so we sorted cows. Again, they had numbers, and you would you would sort the cow, find the one that had the number. And that horse that I rode, he was not my most successful project, and was a little bit naughty, but not terrible. Got a little too excited, but we still had a lot of fun that day. Lots of good memories with cows. Okay, we're just gonna keep moving on. I'm gonna do this last one, and then we will, I think I grabbed number 5, and I might have to go back and do the darker. That's number 5. I want to do darker. So we're going to, is this Payne's Gray? Yep, Payne's Gray is the darkest gray. The next one for me to use if I wanted would be black. I'm kind of going quickly. Ooh, that person's speeding. He's on a bike. The cows don't have to be along here. There are thousands of acres. And the water level is high, but they still they could graze in the trees. So they've had golf carts. So they're choosing to walk down the fence line with golf carts, bikes, and walker joggers. They're wild. They are pretty skittish. Are definitely not friendly at all. It's not like, I grew up with cows where you grab some grass and they will come up to the fence happily to eat grass out of your hand. Not these cows. When I open the back door, when they're there, I kind of open it carefully because I don't want to startle them. I just want to say hi. And my neighbor Eileen, she really likes to go out and talk to the cows, but they really don't want anything to do with her. They kind of look at her like she's maybe going to eat them. And I suppose these are meat cattle. They're certainly not milking cows. So they know. So as soon as I finish this image, I have to decide. I remember I have 5 images picked out by my mom. I knew I wanted to get the frogs done, frogs and snails, and I also knew I wanted to get this pumpkin one done, and it had to be purple. I've moved to one lighter. This should be cold gray 6. I'm annoyed that I have to read everything upside down, and that is the joy of being left-handed. I think they should mark all pencils double stamped, one way and one the other. I also darkened the small pumpkins, the orange pumpkins yesterday, and the curtains. Every extra little bit of time I spend, I know I will not have to spend at the tail end to get ready for the weekly color. Now I am moving to a lighter color that I can do I don't know what we would call this, the frame. And this is cold gray 5. I think I even spent a little time on the door wood. Still very sad that I have lost track of my dark sepia. I might go back because this is glowy. I might add some yellow along the side here. So I'm going to leave that white and these 2 sides white to be ready for some yellow. I'm going to set these aside now. I can always darken them up later. I'm going to grab reds. I have 2 groupings of reds. I have the flower colors. There's 3. They kind of look the barrels look very similar. There are some of the, budget pencils that look this similar, but it is really a light, medium, and dark. 121. Pale Geranium Lake, Deep Scarlet Red 219, and Deep Red 223. We will not need a lot of these. Oops, and this is supposed to be the dark red. And then the pots are even darker. I did not finish the stem yesterday, and I'm going to see as soon as I finish these 2 little bits if I can slide everything down and work on the stem flowers, because they are going to be very simple. And then when we move to the darker reds, I have those darker reds are going to be used on the mushrooms. There are, see, you can see them, yes, these 2 mushrooms here. And this little mushroom looks like a ghost to me. I'm just saying, kind of looks ghosty. Okay, I have to shift my legs. This is what I have to work on, that I would like to be not legs crossed. Okay, so that is that. I'm going to see if I can get the stem. I have to curl this. That works. Okay, so I do not know if it makes any sense to go. This is the darkest color. It's going to do a little ring around what will be, we've got yellow and we have orange, so the centers of these flowers can be either, I could even mix them. Hope everybody's having a good Halloween week. We had the trick-or-treat event on Sunday. Like I said, it's all a sign-up process. So tonight, there won't be trick-or-treating. Okay. I might want to add, I have 3 darker reds. One is quite dark. So I might want to take the lightest of the 3 darker ones and use those. I'm going to try the lightest red now, Pale Geranium Lake. And now I'm going to focus on the 3 circles. So I'm very excited that next weekend, not this weekend, we'll be moving. I am not sure, by the way, if next weekend will impact coloring. We'll have to see just how hard the family wants to work me. Hub's already been giving me a bad time. I might have already mentioned that he teases me every day about coloring or being done working, quote unquote, by 5 o'clock. Which I have to chuckle at because I get up very early and I work out all morning. I'm usually not back from the exercise activities in the pool until after 11. Then there's usually at least 1 or 2 interactions with my mom. Hub will come home. He will often want me to play a little bit in our game we play together. And then by the time I'm even getting ready to color, it's 4 to 5 o'clock. So the idea of working until 5 o'clock is great. If I start working way earlier in the day, which isn't going to happen if I'm exercising and working with family on things. So it has been a very exciting month. They arrived on October 3rd. So things will go back to normal here very soon. So part of why I haven't been able, I had to choose between card making and my new channel and coloring one. I have to say I am quite addicted to it. I did borrow my mom's Small Victories and her 4 favorites. I think I might have only taken photos of 3 of the favorites because she wanted her book back. So I'm going to be able to probably post, maybe I'll have 1 each for the next couple of weeks. Okay, those are done. I am setting the 3 light reds down. We will get to work with the 3 dark reds, which will be doing the pots and the mushrooms. So here they are. Pink Carmine 127, Dark Red 194. Oh, sorry, Dark Red 225, Red Violet 194. So I don't need the stem now. We're going to move back. We'll move back. We've got we have some logistic issues here. I'm going to start with the 2 pots with the red violet. This red violet was indeed the watercolor version, and this version was used a little bit on the snails and frogs. I think I used this for the mushroom cap color. Before I shift the page, I'm going to go ahead and I hope it's staying focused, because what I don't know is if the tilt of the camera matches the tilt of the paper. Lightest red. See, I'm just kind of doing some little bits of white. Okay, now we've got mushrooms. The mushroom is hanging out down here at the bottom. I want the darkest, red violet. I think it's raining. We had some rain today. I am almost done unboxing all of my treasures from back in the day. So Hub was we're doing a garage sale on Saturday, 2 days from now. So a lot of the stuff we brought home with us was stuff that did not sell in the moving sale, and we knew we had room in the pod. It was quite large, and we went ahead and brought home quite a few things. So I freed up a bunch of boxes, and Hub was able to organize his garage shelves with the bins that we've had forever, the same bins. So that was nice. He showed me this afternoon before I sat down to color his progress. I still think this little mushroom, if you were really clever, could be a ghost. It could be like a white sheet with the black holes. But I didn't think about it until after I was done with my mock-up, and I'm like, no, I'll just be consistent. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is this a ghost in disguise as a mushroom? Lightest red, pink carmine, 127. So I'm down. I never put anything under the bed. And all of my jewel crafting supplies, tools, equipment for soldering, all that stuff, it's all under the bed. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it yet. I will do some. I just am not going to do what is called wire wrapping, is what I think hurt my hands to the point of them being pretty crippled for many years before I finally figured out how to make them happy. They're all happy now. I don't think I want to do the wire wrapping again. But I will. I own a whole bunch of fonts, metal stamps, discs. I can do dog tags. I can do keychain discs, sterling silver, copper, brass. So I think I'm going to do that with all of the equipment that I have. Not for this, the garage sale I'm not going to use for doing crafty kind of things. I might sell some supplies, but I'm not going to craft. I am going to, I've done a little mini open house for the coloring group. The first meeting of the year is next Tuesday and Wednesday. And I'm very excited. I'm going to focus on coloring. That is this season's focus. Not so much the lessons. I can do all the lessons. I have all of the lesson sheets from building up the lesson structure last year, so I can use them. But I really want to encourage people and help them color. Okay, so those, I see a little tooth, but I still want to keep pressing on so I can get as much done with you guys as possible. I can always do the fine-tuning later. Oh, that's down. Hate when they go down. Okay, so Nougat and Beaster are the two colors of brown that I want to use for the stems of the mushroom, and I think I have Nougat in my hand, and that is not Beaster, which is the lightest color. So let's find it. This is the green, so that's not going to work. Olive green. Oh, maybe it's back here. I found it. Okay. So, Beaster and Nougat are my two mushroom base colors. I have the feeling I need to just push this to make sure we are all in focus. So we have these little lines. It's like a mushroom that has a very delicate bottom here. So I'm doing some vertical lines. And this is the lightest color. Kind of getting my mapping of what I want it to look like. And then I'll come in with the dark color. Only using two colors today. Darker color, which is oh, the other way around, sorry, this is the lightest color. A little more tan to it. These are really good browns for animals. Love them. Back to Nougat. And all our little spots. I have to keep track. What are we doing? Oh, we're almost done with time. Can you believe that? I only got 2 of the sills done. I did get the door frame started. I got the red flowers at the top. They look great. Yep, one more day. I think then I will be able to go away. I will feel good about what you guys got to participate in with. And this cauldron is going to be black. So we will work on that. If I get time before coloring tomorrow, I'll do the rest of the sills, the rest of the door. This door step is going to be the same set of grays. Nothing fancy, just keeping it nice and simple. I would not mind with the way the mushroom looks. I like it, but we do have the last just a couple of minutes. I'm going to try to grab one of the, I had walnut brown, that right there, so that I can do a little more, just some easy little texture-y bits, kind of like the brown wood, the wood texture, only even more subtle. All right. Ugh, now I can't unsee that ghost face. All right, that's it, folks. That is what we are working with today. I will get another image of it to put up at the end of the video, and then I will do some finishing up. Okay, so this lantern is going to be simple. It's going to be gray metal. I will do a little glowiness. I might even do that today. And then it'll glow yellow into the purple. So that's my plan there. I think that's all we've got. This brick is probably just going to be the sets of gray, same shades as here. This mushroom, it's kind of like a Dr. Seuss mushroom. What do you guys think? Dr. Seuss mushroom? Sorry, I wasn't even sharing. So there's the brick for the chimney. Dr. Seuss mushroom is going to be the same dark with the same stem, the tan, and then the same colors. So I think we are making great progress. Let me know what you think. Do all the YouTube things, like, share, comment, consider subscribing, and we will do one more day of this and then call it done. See you then.